Okay, let's finish our coloring for the periodic table. So last thing we did was we identified that group 18 was noble gases. They don't like to react. Group 17 are halogens. They do like to react. They love to steal one electron from somebody else, preferably these guys. Okay, they're like the bullies, right? Give me all your lunch money. Give me all your electrons. Yeah, so they react a lot. Okay, and by react, I mean like blows up, right? So the biggest explosions are with things in this bottom corner and this top corner, but not these guys. Okay, like hydrogen and lithium and sodium and potassium. These react so much with water that this fizzes with a little bit of water, and that fizzes a bit more. This starts lighting on fire. Okay, and these you can barely even make them because they react with the water and air, right? So they can't even be formed at all. So, okay, we had also started the staircase. Okay, let's make our staircase really, really obvious. So let's put it in Sharpie. Okay, this is our line that's really thick, separating our metalloids from everything else. Okay, so metals on this side, non-metals on that side. Okay, so on this side, we're going to put, okay, this row here. Okay, let's make them pink. Oh, it's coral, not pink. Coral pink, actually. Coloring, coloring. I love coloring too, except not really. I think it takes too long. Okay, so, yeah, you could. And I feel like we should use a totally different color. Let's use light blue instead. I was going to use orange. That's going to be pretty close to the right. Okay, let's do this one. And light blue. Okay, let's do these guys. Okay, what's so great about these two groups? They are also a big fan of reacting. Okay, these guys love to give away their electrons. These are called alkali metals. Okay, and I think it's kind of mean that whatever scientist came up with it called it almost the same thing. Okay, but these are alkaline earth metals. Okay, and this is group 1, this is group 2. Okay, and these guys give away one electron. Put that here. Okay, so these guys are very reactive. Give away one electron. They become positive. Okay, and these guys are reactive too, not quite as much. They're going to give away 2 electrons. And they become positive. Okay, and while we're here, let's use the words cation and anion. Okay, anion sounds like an ion. Okay, this is a charged particle. Okay, and this is a negative charge. Okay, so something like the halogens, they all have a 1- charge. Okay, so looking at like fluorine, okay, you look at the top right corner in all your textbooks and charts that you see when they're focused, okay, and it's always a 1- charge. And sometimes you don't write the 1, you just put the minus. Okay, look at these other ones here. This is 2 minus. Hey, look, the whole row is the same. 2 minus 2, 2, 2. Okay, and then some of them do what they want. Okay, they don't follow the rules. Like, that's like me. Okay, see, they have like a 2+ or a 3+ charge, iron, manganese. Okay, they're called polyatomic ions. Okay, and if you're ever working with them, just pick the top one. Okay, unless it shows otherwise, but when we get to naming, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so anion is one of them. Okay, that's a negative charge. And a positive charge is a cation. So I have a friend who's a science teacher too, obviously. And he always remembers this like a cat, because a cat goes meow and makes like a scratch. So cation. Okay, is positive charge. Okay, so our cations would be these guys. We'll zoom out a bit, shall we? Okay, so something like beryllium. Beryllium goes here. Okay, it has a 2+ charge, and hey, look at that. So does magnesium. Okay, and so does calcium. Weird. Okay, it's almost like they're all in the same family, same group. Oops, I used the wrong word. Period and groups. Okay, these guys are a 1+ charge. Okay, so this is hydrogen. It has a 1+ charge. Okay, and you don't put +1 like math. You put 1+ like this. Okay, lithium has a 1+ charge. Sodium. Want to hear a joke about sodium? Nah. There's probably a banana joke too. It's like barium, sodium, banana. Yeah, you can make all kinds of fun words with the periodic table, but not all of them. What about carbon? Carbon's kind of annoying because it does react a lot, but we don't really work with it in terms of charges. Oops, so you can see. Okay, it doesn't make anions and cations. They do make molecular bonds, covalent bonds. They share electrons with these guys, but they don't have them taken away. Like, I've never seen iron carbide, right? But you do see lots of carbon monoxide. You see things like methane, which is carbon and hydrogen mixed together. Okay, yeah. I don't know too much about carbon. Therefore, you don't have to either, because I took a whole bunch of university courses and didn't learn about that. Okay, so recap. Alkali metals give away 1 electron. Become more positive because they're giving away negativity. Alkaline earth metals is the next one over. They give away 2 electrons, so they end up with a 2+ charge. Okay, these are lanthanides and actinides. They go there. All the ones on the left-hand side, more or less, are metals. All the ones on the right-hand side of this staircase are non-metals. And then the ones that don't really follow the rules, that don't really fit in the group perfectly, okay, they kind of have some physical properties and chemical properties of metals and non-metals. Okay, this would be things like, okay, boron, would you call me? Silicon, arsenic, antimony, tellurium, palladium, germanium, and astatine. Yeah. Okay, little fun fact. What color should we make? Fun fact. How about, what color did I use? Green? Okay, let's put the only liquids. Okay, there's only 2 liquids at room temperature. Okay, these are basically all solid. Okay, they tend to conduct electricity and heat. They tend to be shiny and whatever. Okay, these guys tend to be gases usually. They're usually insulators. Okay, and so our only liquids at room temperature do you know them? I do, but I don't remember where they are. Let's find them. Bromine is one of the halogens. There it is. It's the third one down here. So it goes fluorine, chlorine, bromine. Okay, this one. Okay, this is why you gotta follow along with videos, right? Because if you just looked at this at the end, you'd be like, what the heck? Okay, so this one is a liquid and a halogen. Okay, where is mercury? Just down from boron. Okay, so mercury's right here. It's shiny, it's silver, it's pretty neat. It expands and when it's warm and it contracts when it's cold. So people used to use them in thermometers before they found out it was toxic and more expensive than alcohol, which is the little red stuff. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it the fifth one? Yeah, fifth one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and one over. So this is mercury right here. Okay, mercury. Liquid at room temperature. Why am I telling you that? Because it is sometimes on test questions. Okay, you might say, why do we not have a quiz today? Because we've had way too much work to do, so no time for quizzes. Sorry. Okay. Is that all I need to tell you? Let's check. Let's ask the textbook. Okay, well, textbook. Did we learn all the things? Okay, each horizontal line or row is a period. Okay, so going this way is periods. That might be different from what I said earlier. Group or family is the columns. Okay, going this way. So we had alkali metals, we did that. Alkaline earth metals, we did that. Noble gases, yep. Halogens, yep. Oh, in grade 10, we care about salts. So quite often, a halogen will react with the alkali earth metal to form a salt. You can't see that. There you go. Okay. And then here's some pictures on the side for samples. Okay, so what page 31? Yeah, and we're going to stop there because that's 13 minutes.